You should have the last lot, right?
Yeah, 6 of them. Still 90 packages, but no, 6 contracts. I suppose is not too bad.
What's that? 4,700 will make.
I'm not sure. I thought it would have earned more last time I did it, but I need to top up with fuel before I go back down south.
I'll grab it this time.
Otherwise I got to do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, grab it.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
Living my best life.
Life on the road.
That's it. Running over everyone in my way.
You got any cool amenities in the back there? I'd have like a TV, mini fridge.
No.
Harry Potter series.
None of that. Someone will end up robbing it, you know. Can't trust anyone in this city. I'll take it if it's not bolted down. Even if it is, I'll pull out something and take the bolts out.
Yeah, yeah, they'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be up here for a little bit. Unfortunately, there's been a lot going on down at the hunting lodge again, so
Okay.
we'll be sticking around.
Are people getting robbed there?
Yeah, unfortunately, these hunters seem like they're getting the short end of the stick, like worse than what Group 6 got.
All right. Well, you mind just putting out a twat once you're done so I can go up there and actually rob them?
I will do. I'll make sure to do that. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Would
Thank you.
like me to at you? Make sure that I tag you in it?
No, I'll look out for it.
Okay. All right.
You have a fantastic day.
Have a great day.
At Fernando Reyes.
Don't tell him my name. The hell? That guy's attitude changed real quick when I said that. It's like, oh. Oh, poor Mario under the bar. Cunt's not even awake. He's getting cop looking into him.
That's gonna be funny. It's like because yesterday when he found out the boys made that much, he reckons that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna go robbing fucking hunters.
That's great. What are the hard hitting questions? Eh? We had some. It was, would you rather end every call with "I love you," or have to say someone else's name when arguing with your partner? He said he doesn't care either way.
Can you guys hear me on radio?
And I said to him, "Is that because Maddie doesn't know what your answer is on that?" There was some good ones earlier.
Yo, are you guys hitting hunters? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say there's a couple at the Lido gas station was talking about hunters getting robbed and shit. So. Ah, okay. All right. I figured I'd give you a heads up anyway. All right. No worries. All right. No worries. All right. Too easy. Talk to you soon. See you.
All right, next question. Would you rather live until you're 200 and look your age, or look like you're 22 your whole life but die at 65?
I'll just look how I look, I think.
For 200 years you got to live.
Oh, 200 years?
Yeah. Fuck living till I'm 200. Fuck that shit.
I didn't pay attention to the whole question. What was the whole question?
Would you rather live until you're 200 and look your age, or look like you're 22 your whole life but die at 65?
I'd take the 200 option.
Oh, fuck that. I want to live for
Imagine the
200.
shit you'd experience.
I'm already a miserable cunt as it is. I don't want to have to fucking put up with another 100 and something years of that shit.
You get to pay off your house by the end of it.
Only just. All right. Would you rather be locked? Would you rather be locked for a week in a room that's overly bright, or a room that's totally dark?
Totally dark.
Spend a week in a totally dark room.
Yeah, why would you want to be in a fucking overly bright room?
You're the one who picked the sun.
Yeah, but you can always put sunglasses on.
Would you rather see all the photos in? Would you rather someone see all the photos in your phone, or read all the text messages in your phone?
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I got nothing to hide.
Pick one.
What is it? Photos or text messages?
Yeah.
I don't care. They could look at photos or text messages, either or.
I reckon you got some of your own feet pics in your phone.
Feet pics?
Yeah.
No, I don't take pictures of feet. They're fucking disgusting.
Would you rather have to hunt and gather all of your food, or eat McDonald's for every meal? I know what you're gonna pick. 100% it's Macca's.
McDonald's. Yeah, fuck hunting and gathering, man. That sounds like hard work.
Ooh. Okay.
Right, saved it.
Would you rather never use social media again? Which also
Social media again.
which also
I
includes
don't even know the
Discordia.
rest of it.
Also includes Discordia, Mitch, all that stuff. Right? Never use social media again, or never watch another movie ever again.
Actually, I'd take the movie probably.
Would you rather have the police hunting you down for a crime you didn't commit, or a serial killer actually hunting you? I'd take my options with the fucking serial killer. Fuck them.
Because I just pay a hitman to kill him.
Would you rather live a peaceful life in a small cabin in the woods, or a drama-filled life in a mansion in a big city?
Peaceful life.
Same. All right, drum roll, please.
You're about to be disappointed.
What? All good money.
You want to check the condition of the truck.
All right. Oh, I gotta go fix some of the stirring I did earlier. Appreciate it.
I mean, have fun.
I'll see you tomorrow.
But I mean, catch you later.
Let's go talk to KJ, then we'll go get them blueprints. Motherfucker. Oh, yip yap, boys. Fucking yip yapping. I made 9 grand today. Not bad. Fuck, I should have turned. On. Same, doesn't matter. We'll get the yeet over the jump instead. Yeet! I can't see the fucking door. I'm just gonna relog real quick so I can see the fucking door. I swear whenever I fucking wake up inside the house, I can't see the door lock. Stupid. Big stretch. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. Boom, 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 boom. Bow, bow. Yes, Avery, you're starting on me too now? I'm restarting and Avery, cool. But it's still not off the phone. Wrong KJ. Okay, so this is the final that I need to put in where it ended. 5 at 177, 119, and 116, 58, 52. So we had a drop in power consumption by what? Equals this minus this. Oh, perfect. I've been trying to call you.
Oh, you tried? Yeah, I was on the phone with Ray. What's going on?
All right. So I need to tell you something, and you can't talk to other people about it.
Okay, let's walk away from the door in case people will come around and listen. Let's
Now-
go down in the basement.
I'm going to talk to Benji about this. I'm unsure if he knows about this, but I spent several hours of my day working this out.
Right. So what can you back down on?
All right.
Been cleaning up the house. Somebody been using my car as well. Fix it up to pristine condition. Wake up today. I need to probably use 3K again to fix it.
The one that's parked outside?
Yo.
I haven't seen any of the boys pull it out when I've been at work.
No, but I know that Louis. I'm not gonna blame him, but I know that he used my car.
All right. All right. So, today was an interesting day. The last couple of days, we've been missing Bitcoin from what we've been supposed to be making. And I've been racking my brain trying to work it out. Then I sat there and I worked out what we should have had to what we were getting. And we're making like half of what we were supposed to. So all that time that we were supposed to be making 13, we actually weren't.
Why not?
What I worked out was, depending on how much, it's either power or a combination of power and heating. I think it's more to do with the heating. Originally we were at 217 heating and 140 cooling, right? And when I took out what we had, and left, like when I took out the racks, what I was noticing is our deficit was reducing. So then
the racks doesn't produce heating though. That's the heaters.
Correct. So what it means is there's a tolerance for the house. More heaters, less racks. Now something I need to work out then is, can you counter that by having more cooling to level out? Because what we're sitting at the moment is the heating and cooling I've got pretty much the same, right? We've got 119 heating and 116.
For a long time, but I know that
I feel like the GPUs might have changed.
Yeah, or I know that Dre, he put in some extra heaters the other day.
That could have been it too.
Yeah, because we had like the setup for the longest time and we were making the right shit. At the same time, I know that somebody hacked our shit the other day and somebody took us off the network.
Yeah, but we had nothing when we got hacked. We used it all.
I know we had nothing, but can they still be connected up to it or no?
No. Because there's no Wi-Fi, right? We haven't been on the Wi-Fi unless you've been on it.
We thought about like getting some coolers into this room though. We have the.
So it doesn't matter for the room. That's the interesting part, right? It's the whole of the house. So what that means then is essentially, potentially, with more playing around, if we put the air conditioners that go onto the outside of the house, could potentially affect the inside of the house too. So think about this: people with massive fucking Bitcoin setups, and they haven't been sitting there working this out, they could be fucking themselves right now, and not even getting half of what they're getting. Because we were getting half with 5 racks. The more racks you have, the more deficit you have.
Maybe they don't have any heating, in their house. They don't have a fucking
correct. That could also be a thing, right? Which then it leads me to believe no house can have a big grow operation and a big Bitcoin operation. Otherwise, you ain't getting anywhere near the Bitcoin you're supposed to be getting. Because what we were supposed to get 4 Bitcoin for a full rack of good GPUs. We're getting 1. That's how much of a deficit it was.
Do you think it's like you think this has with how much power we can get into the house, or do you think
I think that's going to be a play as well. I think that will be a thing. I'm unsure where it goes to and what the limits are for it.
All right.
Because what it means is the more racks we get, the more we're going to have more cooling or less weed things, right? Because you can't ever get to a point where you have a massive Bitcoin thing and a weed operation without bleeding yourself dry, and then your power would be overloading. Because why else can we monitor the power if it can't overload?
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Right.
I literally had to test this by taking out 1 rack at a time and then emptying all the GPUs and then doing a 10-minute test to see how much Bitcoin we got and working it out over what it should be at 24 hours from there. The whole fuck around of a day with this shit. But as soon as I took out that wall, everything's fine. We are now getting 13 Bitcoin we're supposed to be getting.
Okay.
because each
So that
heater
like you, yeah.
each heater adds what is it, 6 power to the bill. However, it does 20 heating. And then each fan does 3 power. However, it only does 8 cooling. So for every one heater you have, you need to have 2 and a bit to counter that, to balance it.
Only. So you kind of like everything has a balance. It's like a yin and yang.
Correct.
You need to balance it out basically.
Which is
And I
why
guess you will get to a point of how much electricity you
Mhm.
can get into the house, you know,
Yes.
before it's too
Before it starts
much, you know, it's
shorting.
over. Yeah.
So I found that
But I don't think we
extremely
are as
interesting
close
today.
to shorting though. Like fucking the company has like, I don't know, they have like 3 computers filled up with racks, you know?
Well, that's the other thing, right? Is for every rack you have, it's 10 power. So people with massive setups,
Yeah.
they would have to be having so much fucking power.
Yeah, but they maybe have no heating, but
They don't have
wondering if we
they
can.
don't have heating, but say you have 20 racks, that's 200 power, right?
Yeah.
That's where we were originally, is 206. We're now down to 177.
I think
So-
what we should do, we should try to, because we have, there's a space behind this wall here, basically a little bit until the outer wall.
Mhm.
We can put up some cooling back here, you know, that goes into this room. See if the cooling can happen, like, so we can balance it out. So we basically need to balance the cooling and the heating to don't fuck with the racks. That's what you're telling
Well,
me, yeah?
yeah. So
As
I don't-
long as we don't get to the point where we overreach the electricity into the house and we cannot like do anything, you know, because
Yes.
it gets overdone.
yes. So I
That
just
has to be very high before we get there, you know, because like you said as well, like if people have like fucking 40, 50, 60 racks, you know what I mean?
well,
You can
if
put
they've got
15.
50 racks, right? Then that's 500 power going to the house. I think that's when you'd be
Mhm.
definitely overloading that shit, right?
Probably. But I know
That's
that people
huge.
have like 45, you know what I mean?
They're already at 450. It's just for the racks alone. That's not even inclusive of other stuff like a kitchen and all that kind of shit. Wild.
Kitchen and fucking washing machines and
Computers.
but that is only with the electricity though. It seemed like now it was like too hot. It was too
Yes,
hot.
it was
down
too
here.
hot.
Yeah. So if you can bounce the too hot because we're not close to overstepping the electricity to the house.
Hmm.
So we need more cooling basically.
Which is why I think that because like I said, for every heater you've got to put in, now you've got to think about putting like basically 3 fans in, right?
Okay.
For what it was.
So how about you don't need to explain all of this, but tell that to either Smalls or Dre because they're the ones who will put up the racks again and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Tell them every heater you put in, we need like 3 coolers. Or we need to get a big, like, I think it's better with those big coolers, you know, that goes outside. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. If they work, and they can go outside the house instead, and it still affects
Mhm.
inside the house, then that's great. Because it
Right.
means less room spent inside the house.
Yeah. But I think that, to be honest with you, yeah, you have a key to this house?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can take off and stuff. Like, just look like this is a fake wall, basically. We have spots behind this wall where we could run, and we can use that space to put up cooling into this room, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we can put up an extra cooling and make sure we have enough cooling for the heat. Like you said, you know, it seems like it doesn't matter where you have it in the house. It's just more you need to look at the stuff up there and make sure, you know, you maintain it.
Correct. Yeah.
Then again, I'm working on, so you know, like I went to WN. It's like I'm working on, see, give me a sec. Yo. We're not too heavily doubling in right now. I don't know if the blueprint is fucked or not. Yeah. Yeah, I can talk to Billy, I guess, and see if he has another one I can buy off him. The house in general, yeah, that will be good. You know, like we always need money for the house. Um, it's just it seemed like I've been talking a little bit with Reggie, you know, and he been looking into the house basically. And if you, what did you say again, Reggie? If we put in one heater, we need to put in like three coolers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is kind of like, so if you are planning to get up the racks and put in heaters again, we need like for every heater, we need like three coolers. Yeah. So I don't know, do those big coolers we have, you know, are they like better than the smaller one? You know what I mean? Like we can, it seems like for this shit, it seems like it doesn't matter where it is. It's just like the balance of the house.
Right.
So the house is not overheating with all the heat it produces, you know, with everything. Yeah. So it, yeah. This is the reason what I'm telling you. So like I don't want to go in deep on it because Reggie's been he's looking into this. So he'll probably inform everybody when he's ready. Whatever, you know, he knows about it, but he figured out right now, like if you put up a heater, we need three coolers. So if you're planning to set up the racks again or whatever, and you're putting a heater, we need three coolers for that heater. Yeah. It's a lot, but like whatever money we need for that, like if you need to do it that way, we do it that way, you know, like so everything works. It's good that shit that he figured this shit out, you know, now before we get bigger shit. Yeah, so yeah, so two heaters. So what we need to do instead of using those small ones and have plenty heaters, we need to use those bigger ones. You know what I mean? That we have and get that shit up. You know, so we use as less heaters, if that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, you see what I'm saying? So we need to be smart about it. So I think we need to, instead of
Wait.
putting up like small racks with five, we need to put up those big racks with, you know,
Oh
so with
no.
three, with small, five with big.
I just
Sorry,
thought
what'd you
about
say?
something. What if the
Yeah,
what if the heat
sorry.
is what made the weed dry at what at how many days it was for you, and now it's going to take longer if you balance it? Oh my
Yeah,
god, that's gonna fucking make everything even worse. It means you cannot have like the two setups together.
yeah. Reggie was talking. He's talking to my. Yeah, no. Give me a sec.
Oh,
We need to see how it dries as well because we had like a good drying system, you know, where other people have 4 days and we had like 2.5 days. So Reggie's just thought about something like,
oh no.
yeah. Are you coming back to the house? Yeah. Come here. Yeah, you're not
That's
wrong with
gotta
that
be an issue.
because we were our system was set up so we had like good like, but it's not only heaters, okay? So put it like this: the weed dries, but it doesn't dry only with the sun. We need the humidity in the room as well to keep it fresh and the product good, you know? So it's a balance between cooling, heating, and the humidity of the room.
Mm.
But yeah, if this fucks up with how it takes lower now, yeah, that can be a problem.
That if that's the case, it means you can never have a house that has both a buckcorn farm and a weed op at all.
Yeah, but we can check it out because it does mean that we need to put the the ventilation over there or the cooling over there. We can put it here and see if that doesn't affect. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to put cooling here. So if we set it up how we had it, you know what I mean, inside there, just drove the cooling over here to the racks. Fuck, I need to run and take a piss, but Dre is coming here, so I think it's crucial that he knows as well.
Do I
We need
tell
to talk
Dre
about.
because he's with the other gang too? Might pass the information on.
He might be past information. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm still gonna tell Benji about this, right? Obviously.
Yeah, obviously,
I
yeah.
don't want everyone in the fucking world to know about this. If they don't know about this, then we're helping them produce more buttcoin.
Yeah. What other gang is it with?
The manor.
The Manor. All right. Yeah, I need to run to the toilet. Give me a sec.
Fuck, that actually could be a thing. Oh. Ah! because you can't tell individual rooms apart in the panel. If you could tell individual rooms apart in the panel, oh my god, then it would make it so much easier. But you can't. I think it's amazing that they built it into the houses. I think it's amazing. It's such a fucking head fuck, but it's amazing. Oh, that's something.
Hello?
Fuck your weed setup.
Fuck you.
I'm so glad I fucking threw that shit out today. Can't believe you ran and
yeah, I have
told
something
fucking
for you. Hold
KJ.
I didn't say anything, but
Ran and snitched to KJ.
wait, where is it? The fuck? It's gone. I thought I put it here.
Straight up ran to KJ. KJ, look what Reggie did.
I
Didn't ya?
didn't do that.
Didn't
I
ya?
didn't say that at
Huh?
all.
KJ,
I didn't say that.
Reggie touched my things.
I'm missing my thing. Hold on. I had something for you. Where did it go? Oh, I see it.
I probably threw it out.
I found it. I found it. Here. Wait, isn't it? Here you go. It's for you, by the way. You rat.
Want to play these games?
Ah! Holy fuck!
I'll fucking no scope you into fucking next week.
Yo, chill. Oi, oi, oi.
Take your fucking rat back.
Ah!
Hell. Good miss. Good miss, dickhead.
I'm not gonna lie, that rat really bouncy. I don't know why.
Has been overcooked.
think so.
Look, it's standing up.
Damn.
Well, KJ needed to piss, so you can wait.
Oh, okay. I was about
Actually,
to
I have a
ask.
question. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yep.
If I tell you something, are you going to run and tell your mana buddies?
No. Why?
What if they
Wait, what?
ask you for it?
Ask me for what?
If they want to know something. Because I have something that I've learnt,
Oh, okay.
but I don't want it passed on. Even if it helps the mana people. That's my
Okay.
problem right now, because I have a dilemma.
What dilemma?
Will you tell them if it helps them?
Not if it's in confidence between you and me in the house.
So if we tell you something, you're 100% not going to tell the mana people, even if you know that it will help them.
If it's confidential in the house, like I said before.
Do we tell him, KJ?
Yeah, we need to. We need to, or our shit will be fucked. Give me a sec.
Right. I'm trusting you here, Dre. I know what being in the gang means.
Yo, was good.
Yeah, I know. We were in the same one together.
I know all about it.
Yeah, so I still remember the first time we met. You beat me up and took my shoes and threw my shoes at me. You said I was a useless hanger-on. I
I'd
had
do
a
it again.
stupid name.
Yeah, I like. I don't see a reason why we don't, but
Want me to leave? Okay, bye, Reggie.
why?
It's okay. I mean, if this is a thing for you guys to discuss, I'll leave. It doesn't bother me.
Because I haven't finished my research yet. The only other person that knows other than you, KJ, is Smalls. It's literally it.
Yeah, he already forgot. So.
And a little bit of Jaden, but I haven't told him everything. Oh. Hi, Jay.
Oh, I need Dre on this shit because he's my main guy who's doing the other shit. I just put my trust in you, and I understand you're doubling with another crew, but at the same time, it's crucial that this shit is not spoken about, even you know, whatever. You know what I mean?
Even if they
It should
pressure
stay
for
bet-
it. All right.
Okay.
Can you do that, Dre?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, Dre.
All right.
I don't see a reason why they would ask you about it, but you know, you never know.
No, they shouldn't ask you about it, but it's just one of those things, right? Dre, today I found out something. We were missing a fuckload of Bitcoin out of our production line. And I've been trying to fucking understand why. I wasn't sure if it was scuff. I wasn't sure if someone had jumped on the internet and left it on, or we got hacked again, or what. But we were producing half the amount we were supposed to be.
Wait, what?
And the reason we were producing half the amount we were supposed to be is because the house was too hot. So originally, the house was sitting at 217 heating, 140 cooling. Now, I pulled out the racks one by one, did testing every 10 minutes to see what happens. So I've spent a couple of hours today working through this shit, right? And it wasn't until I removed the heating and fans and those racks that it balanced out and we were no longer at a deficit. It's actually working fine. And the kicker to that is we're now sitting at 119 heating and 116 cooling, which is about the same, right? So what that means is potentially houses cannot have a grow up and a decent Bitcoin farm and produce the correct amount of Bitcoins.
Well, we don't know that though. If we can do that, it's only we need
Now,
a lot of cooling.
the other part to it, right, is if we have to even them for the Bitcoins, however, you need to have more heat and cooling for the weed to dry at the time that you guys are doing it. That's the point where it'll never be. They can never be in the same house and produce like decent amounts of both. You're limited to like one rack with your computer set up if you're doing a weed op. Now, if your weed drying doesn't change, if it's even, then that's fine. All that means is for every heater you put in, you need to have 3 of those fans. Because the fans only increase the cooling by 8.
Okay.
The heaters are by 20. Which is why you need 2.5 per heater.
Also,
2.5. So if you have 2 heaters, you need
5 fans.
5.
Yeah.
5 fans. Okay.
you know, also too did the you know those vents in there. By the way, on the ground,
Yeah.
floor vents.
Yeah.
Yeah, they produce heat as well. By the way.
Really? But they would have just
Ooh.
done ventilation. Okay.
No. It's heating. I know. I tested it one time. So yeah, if you take one of those floor vents out
Mhm.
and go check the panel, you'll notice that the room will be a lot cooler because
Mm.
there's not a
But
lot of floor heat coming out. You know.
the problem here will become when if our shit takes longer to dry. Because we had a system where it was drying, Gucci. I feel like our shit was drying in like 2.5 days, while other people had 4 days.
Now
Yeah,
that could be
but
directly related to the heat versus the cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you need to find a balance. It doesn't matter if you have lower heating, lower cooling, as long as you have the same balance. But then again, we don't know if it will affect or not. So we need to watch that, and see how long it takes.
So if you put the exact
Because
same setup again where it was, without
Mhm.
adding any extra cooling,
Mhm.
we produce $6 a day, literally
Okay,
half.
so if we put up the exact same setup we had, how much more cooling do we need?
You have 4 heaters, so you would need to have 10 fans. You only had 3 fans, so
So we need 7 more fans. But you said this is house related, yeah?
Mhm. So
So we don't
it's
need to
you
have it
can't
in the
segregate the
room.
room to change it.
What?
Yeah, you can't segregate the room to have it, right? It's
No.
all in the one thing. So it sucks because if you could room it, right? When you look in the catalog, there's ways to make rooms and then do it so it's specifically for that. That would be great. However, the panel doesn't
Yeah.
differentiate between the two.
But the thing, yeah, the panel doesn't, but maybe the weed does.
Maybe the weed does, but you'd have to room it and see if it does do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. It would be. It's hard to test either way, right? Because you guys need days for drying, and then I need to sit there and nerd out for like hours to work it out.
But the thing is, our shit will be done tomorrow, and you have done some different stuff. If our shit is not done tomorrow, we know the reason. You know what I mean?
I knew we should have bought that property for like 70,000. That little tiny greenhouse me and Smiles were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Could have moved everything
But
there, but the only problem is that was insanity. That's the only problem.
yeah, but the thing is, I'm on the place where I gotta buy another, house. Because yeah, so I think I told you this the other day when me, you, Sly, and Dao were talking. Me and Sly and me and Sly and Perez
Perez,
getting
yeah.
we're getting kind of like a operational house. You know what I mean? Because right now, everybody who knows us know that we most likely do everything here. You know what I mean? That's why I want a different house. So and say like we are growing here, we're selling it from the other house. We just move it. But the problem here is if this shit is something, I need to move this operation to that house. You know what I mean? The whole shit.
Yeah, that will be the easiest way because then
Yeah.
you can just focus on heating, so you've got your balance that you had before, and you can just keep
Yeah.
pumping it out, and it doesn't affect anything else. Plus, the power bills
Yeah.
don't go through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
That
But
might be the
okay.
best thing. Yeah.
That's the simple fix. However, it's not so simple in the fact that you need the money to buy the house.
Have you even had a discussion about where,
Where what?
like, where you would like to like set up, like where like to base this whole operation out of, like Mirror
No.
Park or somewhere
No,
else? Or...
no. It's up in. We wanted like Harmony, but Harmony is kind of like taking its only one house on Sonora. So we're trying to wait to see if there comes houses up in Grapeseed.
Yeah. Remember that property that I was telling you about before it went on the
Yeah.
market?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a perfect location right there. But
Yeah, but
somebody
I
bought
can't
that
be sitting
property
here
out.
and dabbling about shit that couldn't be perfect. Like everything is sold out, so we just need to wait and see what we can get.
Yeah.
What
But
how
now
big
you
of
know
a
why I
could have
pulled
it
the
doesn't
stuff
matter.
down. It was because I was testing. I just didn't want to say it while other people were around.
Yeah.
because one person
So that's
finds
why it's
out.
wa- Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You had me running around looking for my Rex
Uh-huh.
for no reason.
Out there the whole time.
Oh my god.
But what we can do though, like right now, I don't know if it will affect it, but we don't need it right now. We maybe need it tomorrow. I don't know. We are supposed to do totally of 75 per 3 days, So 3 days is like 75. I think we can do that with the big racks. Can't
Right.
we, Ray?
Yeah, what was that?
We can do 75 with the big racks, yeah? How many big racks do we have?
Again, the issue though could be the fact of the
15.
heating. It might slow down your drying.
Yeah, but if that happens, I need to So
I
we have 15.
don't
So
think it will, because before those racks were the primary racks, right? That were the primary ones. The other ones didn't really have anything on them for the longest time, and there was still 3 days of drying.
yeah, we need to see if it takes longer. Now we know the reason, because we know
Yeah.
that Dow and his operation takes a day extra. It seems like.
Yeah. I can figure it all out.
Yeah,
And if worse comes
because-
to worse and we need to like expand, we'll just buy a blueprint and then make another 5, and then we'll have. What do we got now?
No, but the thing how you can see it is like when like
15.
so Reggie, I could give something to you as well. So if you look at those inside the racks there basically, and every day when you look at the fucking weed, if you put like the weed is 100% fresh, grown,
Yeah.
every day it goes down by 4. When we take it off the racks and when it's ready, it's 92.
Okay. So then if that's
that means
if that's less, then
it's
that means it
2.5
took
days.
longer to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or the product is worse. Some product has been like 88 or 86, but then I know the product when it was taken down was a bad, bad. Was a bad brick, was drying.
Okay.
So usually it's like 92, and that means that if it takes 4 for a day, then it's like 2.5 days for it to dry.
You know the crazy thing about all this, KJ?
One.
The amount of Bitcoin that we have missed out on since this has been happening,
Uh-huh.
because I knew that I had counted right for the day of the job, and we still should have had more, but we were missing some, and I wasn't sure what happened. And I thought maybe I miscalculated, but I never actually miscalculated. The house was just too hot. The GPUs weren't working properly.
Yeah. Now we just need to make sure that it's. But it was standing that it was giving us that.
Can we put some fans in?
No,
there?
it'll say it's giving it to you. It'll 100% say that. That's the crazy part about this, right? Is it
Because
says
now
that
it tells me it gets 12.4, so it's like 13.4.
Yeah, it tells you that, but it doesn't actually do that. That's why I was doing the testing. That's the fucking wild thing, is people will stand there and think they're making 100 Bitcoin, but they're not.
They're making like what?
That's
like,
that's why I
much
don't
less
want
than
this
that.
to get out, because people with massive Bitcoin farms, that's just going to help them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So then it puts other groups
So
ahead and
does
shit.
This, how much
Okay.
how much energy or how much heat does that one rack produce, yo?
10.
10.
No, heat, 2.
2 heat, so it's not
It's
that
10
much.
power. Yeah, 10 power, 2 heat.
Yeah, but it seems like the heat is more the issue, not the power.
Yes.
We're still getting power.
Yeah, the
You know,
power
like
was
fucking
fine.
People have like 45 racks, and they're pushing it out, but maybe they don't get the amount they think they're getting.
That 100% could be it. That is 100%. Right? Because it adds no cooling, but it does the 2 power, right? 2 heat. So you have 10
Yeah.
racks. That's 20 heat that it's now jumped up.
You should fucking tell this to the
Oh, I'll be 100% talking to Benji and breaking this all down to him. But that's like,
Yeah.
I just didn't want Murray here as well. Might go tell them some half-cooked story. I'd rather sit down and explain everything so they actually understand.
Yeah, but like I would suggest you talk to fucking OTT about this stuff,
Right.
because Ray and Benji, they half-ass listening to you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
usually
I
if I
think
sit there and
OTT
yell at
works
Benji, he'll listen. I haven't really spoken with
Ah.
OTT in a while.
Yeah.
And I don't really see him when I'm awake, because I'm not going to be awake much longer.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean, but still, like, he's way better. But yeah, that is up to you. It's your discretion how you want to do it. I'm not going to talk
Yeah.
about it, but we just need to see now if our fucking shit is taking longer to dry or not. If not,
Yeah.
if we put up new shit and we put it back up again, we need more fans, basically.
Yeah.
We need more cooling.
We should go get like a little screwdriver and go take one of those vents out and see how much heat is like coming out of those vents. I don't. I
Okay,
actually
is it-
don't remember how much.
No, I don't know either, but you don't think if you take those vents away, will it still dry the same though? Like, will it affect it? That's the case.
Because I feel like that would also have something to do with ventilation with the vents, surely.
Yeah.
And then
because we need
ventilation's going to get
ventilation.
fucked with.
We could put it back. We could screw it back onto the floor. We'll just have a look to see what it fucks with.
Because a fan changes your ventilation by 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it does cooling and ventilation as well as power. Nothing to do with humidity.
So is it better to take away those ventilation on the floor since they're doing heating and get other ventilation so they don't heat at the same time they ventilate,
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to take those out and change those into other coolers so we get cooling and ventilation instead of heating and ventilation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with
In that
that,
room
with
now,
that
we got,
said,
like, 4.
with that said, if a fan does free ventilation, right? Say the vent does 6, and you're already having to do 2 fans per 1 heater, right? You're already at an equal because those 2 fans will be 6 for ventilation. So you can just remove that vent completely. You catch what I mean?
Yeah, I think you need to be here, Reggie, when he's putting shit back again and see like everything is like good,
Yeah. But
Because
there's
we need
also
to set it
vents
up
you can
again,
put on the
basically,
roof
but
as well.
yeah.
But again, I don't know if you put something on the roof or the side of the building on the outside, if that does affect what happens inside.
I'm wondering though if you get like I'm wondering if we need to dabble more into that and move around because I don't see a reason why we couldn't get weed dried and it could be 100%. You know what I mean? Because the deviance for us to make more money is the quality of the weed. I'm not talking about quality like you're using good product. I'm talking about the quality of the number of it.
Yeah. Like,
So
I would love for like the product to be pushed out at like
100.
95 plus.
Yeah, because now we're making if it's 90, we get $20. If it's 91, we get 20.25. If it's 92, we get 20.50 or 20.5. That means that every percent more we get the fucking product, we make like 25, pennies. Basically.
Wouldn't that be to do with like the ventilation and lower humidity though?
Yeah. It has to be something because I don't understand why like we need to wait fucking 3 days before like to let it dry, because if you find a fucking formula of drying it quicker means that we can get it a better product, means that we make more money. It needs to be a way
Exactly.
where we can dry it without it goes bad when we dry it. It has to be.
Like, even reducing it by 1 day is huge.
Yeah.
I would
The
say that
problem
would
is
have
it
to do
costs
with
so much
heating and ventilation. And because
Yeah,
the
but
higher ventilation you've got, essentially will limit the humidity of the room anyway.
usually when you're drying weed, you don't heat it up, like yeah, you have heat, you know what I mean, but it's more about ventilation and humidity in the room.
But for time, it's always more heat, right?
Yeah, no, I know it's heat there as well, but it's like heat is not the main factor, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because at the moment, how the house was 67 ventilation, 52 humidity, right? At the moment, it's 58 ventilation, 52 humidity. So what it could be
Yeah.
is you may even need to go as extreme as having double the ventilation to what is humidity. So pushing the ventilation up to 104 could be a
Yeah.
beneficial thing that would help with that, right?
Maybe that's the first step we need to try, like keep the heat and humidity the same, but up the fucking ventilation of getting shit out of the room.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
Because that would not touch anything to do with that then. Right.
Yeah. And if we do that and we figure out, it takes longer to dry, we know that, okay, we're taking out too much of the heat or air or whatever in the room, basically. The ventilation is too good.
Because
We need to bump it down a little bit.
the craziest part about this, right, is the fact that I've now worked out that the heating in the house affects the butt coin. So that means that
Yeah.
there's got to be a counter to weed, right?
Yeah.
That will help affect it, because the cooler your house is, the better the GPUs fucking run. There's something.
you
There's
want
something
cool
is
place to
the better
have
it
your
is for the
GPUs.
weed,
Yeah.
which could be ventilation, right?
It could be. I think you're onto something, but we need to just figure out if we can work around this with having both in the house, because we don't have that big of an operation, and as long as it doesn't fuck with each other,
Yeah.
that is the best thing. But at the same time, if it will fuck with each other because we're getting more racks, we need to just move the drying operation to a different place. But
Yes.
if we're able to fuck around a little bit, and figure out, okay, let's say it takes an extra day. Okay, it takes an extra day then. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we are Gucci, It's better for us for the future to be ready for the big shit, to hit. So it's better to do it now. 100% is better to do it now.
So now you understand why I pulled it down, but I had to
Yeah,
stir yous. It was too easy.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, this is some big shit though. But yeah,
Poor
I need you guys to
Dre.
work together.
Poor Dre finds out the reason I did it was because I was watching a movie and I had a bead of sweat on my head and it pissed me off, so I threw him out the door.
Motherfucker. I went away from one day. The shit in the house looks like a fucking dumpster. Everything is moved. My car is fucked. Fucking me. One day away, everything is like turned upside down.
I wanted to start doing some decorating in the house. I should be getting blueprints soon for some of the shit that I have,
Okay.
because the house looks bare as fuck and just blah. But what I'm thinking, right, to solve the issue that you're talking about, KJ, is instead of having bedrooms, everyone could have their own closet, right?
Yeah.
So take up a smaller bit of the second floor and have a tiny room with some shelving and some boxes in there. That's your shit.
Yeah.
You put your shit in there. The rest of it's house shit.
Yeah.
If your shit's in the house shit, it's getting taken.
It's
You can't
everybody's
complain
shit.
about it.
Yeah.
I think it's just as
agree,
simple
but
as doing that, and which I can
let's
make.
just
I
make
like that.
some doors to it. I like that. If
Yeah.
you use those, like those standing ones, they're pretty Gucci, Guys, everybody here who has money, just go with the dirty money, go and clean it to the lid at the VU, because it is so heavy. The clean money is light as fuck, so you can put a lot of clean money just in those racks inside there, next to the fucking bench. Like, they're like around 40 pounds or whatever, 40 kilo. You can have I don't know, probably store like 500,000 wash money in that shit, You don't need that much space. If you have other money, just go down to the VU later, clean it straight
chuck
up,
it straight
because
in there.
it takes so much space.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think what Reggie said is good, because
Yeah.
there's been so many times about people going, whose stuff is this, or whose is that, or whose is that one, or is that mine, or like shit like that.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'll do
Let's-
is I'll do up a dummy room. All right. Essentially, which I'll end up paying for, and it'll just be mine. And then I'll tell everyone, this is what it costs for the room. Give me the money, and I'll get everything made.
Actually, that's a good idea.
And I don't make
what are
their
we
shit
doing
till I
with
get the money from them.
What are we doing with the washing machines, by the way? Are we like going to get more, or are we just not worrying about it right now?
Not worth it
Use
to use a
the
washing machine. To use
I don't think it's
5%.
worth it since you pay 5% down there. I don't see the value.
The amount of
Yeah.
time and the space that they take up and shit like that. Honestly, just fucking do it at the VU with the amount of dirty money that everyone keeps getting. Just take the
Yeah,
5%
I
hit and do it that way.